a cardiology board review book, a book designed to help someone take and pass the cardiology board exam. They found a jug of urine seated on the chair, likely emptied into by use of the condom catheter that had been observed on Michael. And again, they saw the clothing, the jacket and the pants worn by Michael Jackson at his last performance on June 24th, 2009. Now that's some of the evidence that was collected independent of Conrad Murray. The phone records depicting what he was doing, because you must recall there are only two people in this room, and Michael, being one of those two people, is dead. So the detectives did what they could to piece together the activities in that room through forensics, through phone records, to determine what were the actions of Conrad Murray while Michael lay there dying. But they did speak to Conrad Murray. Conrad Murray's attorneys, Mr. Pena, who's in court here today, and Mr. Chernoff, responded to phone calls of the detectives, and an agreement was reached where they would meet at the Ritz-Carlton on June 27, 2009 in Marina del Rey. And Mr. Pena and Mr. Chernoff showed up with their client, Conrad Murray. Detective Smith and Detective Martinez showed up. And the detectives were largely in the dark at this point as to what had caused the death. They did not have toxicology results. There was no obvious signs of trauma or anything indicating anything that they may be used to, such as gunshot wounds or strangulation or knifing. So this was an opportunity for Conrad Murray, in the presence of two of his attorneys, to tell them everything he knew about what transpired. And the detectives largely allowed him to do just that, to tell a narrative about what he knew about what had transpired during the night and day of June 25th, 2009. And what you'll learn, according to Conrad Murray, he was Michael's personal physician. He was going to accompany him on the tour. He'd been treating him for a little over 2 months before Jackson's death. He spent the night at Jackson's home at least 6 nights a week, and the purpose was to put Mr. Jackson to sleep with the general anesthetic propofol. For over 2 months, he was giving Jackson nightly doses of propofol. In this interview, 2 days after Michael's death, this is the first time Conrad Murray mentioned the administration of propofol. And what he says, in his own words,
more than 10 times, yes. More than 20 times. 30 days a month, roughly, every day.
30 days a month, roughly, every day, for the over 2 months of his care that he was administering to Michael Jackson. Conrad Murray then proceeded to give a timeline of events of that night. And he states that he first put an IV in Michael Jackson's leg to hydrate him. That he started with Valium at 1:30 a.m. At 2 a.m. he switched to lorazepam, 2 milligrams. But Michael remained awake. This is all according to Conrad Murray. At 3 a.m. he switches to midazolam. Says he slept for about 12 minutes. At 3:20 a.m. until 4:30, Michael's still awake, according to Conrad Murray. At that point, again, according to Conrad Murray,
He was awake. It was 4:30 in the morning, and he was wide awake. And then he complained. I got to sleep, Dr. Conrad. I have these rehearsals to perform. I must be ready for the show in England. And tomorrow I will have to cancel my performance. I have to cancel my trip because, you know, I cannot function if I don't get the sleep.
following that statement, according to Conrad Murray, at 5 a.m. he gave another round of lorazepam, followed by another round of midazolam. At 10 a.m., according to Conrad Murray, Mr. Jackson requested propofol.
I said, if you got propofol now, which of course you refer to as a milk, how much time, how much sleep you expect to have? You know, you're going to be needing to be up no later than noon. And he said, just make me sleep, doesn't matter what time I get. I thought what would happen to your rehearsals and your schedule for the day. He said, I can't function if I don't sleep. They'll have to cancel it, and I don't want them to cancel it, but they will have to cancel it. So I agreed at that time that I would switch over to the propofol.
So the evidence will reveal, according to Conrad Murray's words, that once Michael Jackson indicated or he desired to cancel the rehearsal, Conrad Murray decided to give propofol. Once he knew that he did not need to get up at noon, Conrad Murray decided to give propofol. Now, what Conrad Murray indicates is that he gave just 25 milligrams of propofol diluted with lidocaine. Whether or not this was followed up with a continuous drip will be for you to decide. But the amount he specifies is 25 milligrams of propofol. According to the experts, this would have put Michael to sleep for minutes, 5, 10 minutes, depending on the person. When you know from Conrad Murray's own words, Michael Jackson just said, "Cancel the rehearsal, I need to sleep." The evidence will reveal that much more than 25 milligrams of propofol was given in order to put Michael Jackson to sleep. According to Conrad Murray, it was slowly infused over 3 to 5 minutes, and he went to sleep.